I'm gonna teach you exactly why gaps is important and why you should know them. I'm gonna also show a couple screenshots of trades I took that has nothing to do with gaps. So right here, we have a perfect gap, perfect example. So this is exactly how a gap should look. They're also known as fair value gaps, so FVG. You don't really need to remember every single term. It's just so they sound a little bit more smarter and they can sell you their course. So keep that in mind though. Trying to keep it simple for people that don't understand this. There's really only two things to a gap. It needs 3 candles and it always needs to get filled because it needs balance, and most gaps they leave behind investors. So once they get filled, investors usually come in and make it go the same direction, right? So keep that in mind. Also, fair value gaps, they aren't as important because not every strategy uses them. As an example, mine, you just need to look out for it as you're trading because we can't predict the market. We can only think of reasons why the market is going somewhere, right? There will be no point of predicting it. If you want to predict the market, just go to the casino. You're going to make a lot more money at the casino than you just randomly trying to gamble on the market. So now I'm gonna talk about things to look out for with these gaps. Just know that some gaps aren't gonna be valid because it's not always gonna be perfect, right? It's not always gonna be printed out perfect. That's too easy. What could happen is the wick could fill up the gap before it even was considered an actual gap. And if you don't look at the wicks and you're just assuming these are going to be gaps, that could throw you off your pivot. Always let the 3 candles form before you say it's a gap. So technically you do need 4 candles for it to be considered a gap, right? So that's just some things to look out for when you're looking for gaps. Don't make it too complicated. Good luck.